Spring is on the way. And then comes summer. I'm digging the sunshine. Thought I'd give you all an update video on my real estate test that I took before I jet setted the globe. Went to the Dominican Republic for 9 days. The test. So I passed the national, failed the state by 4 points. It's okay, I was stoked with it. Was able to take off, have some weight lifted off my shoulder, had a great time. Gonna brush up on a few areas I missed, which was, I don't know, anyway, not really important, boring, but stoked that I passed the national. Probably retake the state in probably about a week. It's about 50 questions. I think I just focused so heavily on the national portion that I guess I overlooked the state, brushed up. I don't know. I took the practice test 3 times and passed all 3 times. I thought I was ready for it, but the national has all the weird geography stuff, meets and bounds, the finance, contracts, and all that stuff. I thought I would have failed that one, but anyway, I'm happy about that, so making progress. But it was really nice to step away for a bit. Like I said, went to the Dominican Republic. Travel for me has always just been a way to, I don't know, a lot of people take vacations and it's just, maybe they think about it, maybe they don't, but there's that element of relaxation, sure. You have some drinks, sure, have a good time, party, all that. I definitely partake in that, but I also just enjoy immersing myself in other countries and other places and around people that I'm not familiar with. So a big part of it for me, this trip and past trips, are meeting locals that live there and hearing their stories, and that's how I get my perspective. And not only does it make me appreciate the other ways that people live, it makes me realize like what I'm missing at home. And on the flip side of that, it makes me grateful for what I have at home. Dominican Republic in particular is a really, like half their economy just about is in poverty. And a lot of them, despite that, are just very happy people. A lot of hustlers, that's for sure. If you're ever thinking about going, prepare to be ripped off, you know, and I'm not trying to talk shit at all. But it's just the nature of the beast. You have an economy like that, it's just gonna be, it's gonna be different, you know. And if you don't speak any Spanish, brush up on the Spanish. And if you already do speak Spanish, get ready to not understand a lot of what is being said, because it's not as clear as the Spanish you would come across in Colombia, for instance. It's very muddled and difficult to understand. Yeah, so it was great. It was great just getting that perspective, and stayed in a hostel one night too, which was interesting because it had been, I don't know, over 6 years since I had done so. Not for me anymore, unless they have a private room or something. But it's just fascinating seeing the ways in which I've changed since I've last left the country, which was pre-COVID. And not that this isn't something new that I've discovered, but it was just something I was reflecting on further. You know, you can understand something and know something as a fact, but then it really solidifies itself within you once you experience it, and it really becomes a part of your knowing. It's not just this understanding from reading it, it's outside of you. Now it becomes a part of you. So for me, that was just recognizing even more so that, as much as I love traveling, and I can't wait to travel again. I can't wait to go to, Thailand's going to be my next destination, but as much as I love that, it dawns on me every time that it's not, despite the issues and problems that my hometown, my home country faces, that can be changed objectively, that need to be changed, 90% of the problem is within myself. It's me. They say, focus on what can be changed, and let go of that which cannot be changed. Well, the reality of it is, for most people, they're the problem. And the majority of their problem, they have control over. They can change because it's them. They're the issue, not where they're at or the country they live in. And that's another reason I love traveling, because I get that perspective every time. I'm able to just step back and just dissociate from everything, disconnect. I kept tabs on the market, on my investments. And it didn't really affect me as much as if I were at home. I didn't care about it as much. I was able to just let everything go. Had a few drinks, looked at the sights, walked around. Like I said, spoke to the locals and listened to their stories about history and what life is like there. And it just really provides that contrast from what I'm used to. And the irony is, or I guess that sort of paradox is, I was almost anxious to just to get back home as soon as I was there. A few days later, it motivated me, inspired me to continue doing what I'm doing, and maybe change up some areas for other things that I wasn't doing. Anyway, yeah, I just want to touch base on that a little bit. I guess this video is more of a vlog than anything, but yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back stateside. People are using their turn signals, not honking so much. The EPA is a good thing, but great country, great people. Not as budget friendly as I thought either, but anyway, back to the States, back to work, back to expensive eggs. Eggs were a fucking steal there, but pardon my language. So yeah, just wanted to give that update. I'm going to study for this next week and get the state passed, and then hopefully get on with a brokerage at some point. I'm already getting a flood of letters, so if anyone out there is watching this, is taking their test soon, is nervous about it, you should be. No, I'm just kidding. Don't sweat it. I'm already not worried about going in again. But apparently people fail it multiple times. It's common. I think it has like a 52% pass rate nationally, but yeah, just go in and kind of just expect to have to take it again. Have super low expectations, so you're not disappointed. Definitely study for it though. I was taking the practice test multiple times until I was getting consistently higher scores, and then making flashcards out of the answers that I missed. So I've been doing that this week with the state portion. Yeah, so just keep consistent at it. Study, go in, test, take it again, and know that the practical side of it's way different than the test, or at least so I've heard. So yeah, looking forward to getting that done and moving on to the next step. So really digging this weather. Anyway, hope y'all are doing well. Have a good week, and I'll talk to you later.